Hi, this is Rachel.
And I'm Alex, filling in for Kendra again.
And you're watching This Week in TV. Today we're going to be talking about some co-stars who bang, then some WTF TV crossover episodes, and finally a few quick announcements.
So starring on a TV show is a good way to get fame and fortune, and apparently it's also a good way to get a man. This time we're talking about some co-stars on TV shows who take their good chemistry on screen to the bedroom. Rachel, who's first up on our co-stars who bang list?
Well, Alex, first up we've got One Tree Hill, and specifically I'm picking on Sophia Bush. I really love her, but she's a pretty big offender. First off, she married co-star Chad Michael Murray. Then he reportedly cheated on her with Paris Hilton, so they got a quickie divorce. Then she started dating her other co-star, James Lafferty, who interestingly played Chad Michael Murray's rival on the series One Tree Hill. Then the two of them broke up, and since then, Sophia Bush has been dating new One Tree Hill co-star Austin Nichols for the last few years. Second up, we've got Gossip Girl, and the question for this show is probably more accurately which co-stars aren't banging off screen. First off, we've got Blake Lively and Penn Badgley, who of course play Serena and Dan. They've been a hot off-screen item for quite a few years now. Also, for a period we had Leighton Meester and Sebastian Stan, who played a little of a more minor role in Gossip Girl as Carter, but the two of them dated for a while. They also are now through. And finally, we have the on and off couple of Ed Westwick and Jessica Zor, who of course on Gossip Girl played Chuck and Vanessa. Finally, we've got The Big Bang Theory, and this is a really juicy one. We just recently learned that co-stars Kaylee Cuoco and Johnny Galecki were secretly dating off-screen for 2 whole years. They've since split up, both off-screen and on-screen, but luckily the two have been able to remain friends. So those are a few of my favorite co-stars who bang. Alex, tell us some more.
Well, Rachel, since we're all major Trubies here at SideReel, we can't forget about Stephen Moyer and Anna Paquin, who just got hitched a couple months ago. Here's to hoping that their relationship is a whole lot less tumultuous than Bill and Sookie's. Then we have our Glee hookups. The actors who played Tina and Artie were rumored to be using their downtime during filming to hook up in someone's trailer. Naughty, naughty. Then we have Naya Rivera and Mark Salling, who apparently had a casual fling gone wrong, which ended in Mark Salling's car being vandalized. Drama. Lastly, we have Dexter, which is kind of a kinky one. We have Michael C. Hall and Jennifer Carpenter, who play siblings on Dexter, but are married in real life. At least it's not as bad as having real-life siblings playing a married couple on Dexter. That would just be wrong.
So this coming Tuesday, October 12th, CW series One Tree Hill and Life Unexpected are having a special crossover event. This is actually the first time the CW has done such a thing. I'm not really wild about these two shows crossing over. They really have very little to do with one another. But believe it or not, this is definitely not the worst crossover we've seen in TV history. So instead, we're going to share with you some of the most WTF TV crossover episodes ever. Alex, what's first?
Well, first up, we have a Power Rangers Ninja Turtles crossover. The bigger WTF moment is, where was I when this happened? I was a huge fan of both shows. I must have been off playing on the playground in my Power Ranger uniform because I totally missed that. But I'm sure all of you other wannabe mutant crime fighters have this on VHS.
What are those things? I can't believe it, but I think they're...
It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles!
Next up, we have a fourfold crossover with Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Boy Meets World, Teen Angel, and You Wish. Apparently, Salem the Cat gets his hands on a time machine and sets the tone for strange time travel episodes for all 4 TGIF episodes.
Another roll, please.
And I'll have more meat. Hey, what's a cat have to do around here to get something dead?
I wish life could be like the 70s again.
Ooh, that is a bad thing to say when you're holding a magical time-traveling cat.
Because you guys are genies.
How'd you know?
Because anybody else that heard me talk would go, ah!
You know, I wonder what it was like during World War II.
And away we go.
So those are my picks for WTF crossovers. What are yours, Rachel?
Well, Alex, I just realized we're going really old school today because I have another TGIF WTF crossover moment for you. Do you remember when Urkel from Family Matters crossed on over to Full House? This one was especially ridiculous because Family Matters takes place in Chicago and Full House takes place in San Francisco. So how the two shows collide? Urkel just went on over to San Francisco on his jetpack.
How annoying could one kid be?
Honey, I'm home! Steve Urkel at your service.
And it's a strut. And it's cool like that, see?
Very inspiring.
All right. Yeah. That's close.
Another WTF crossover for me was when Mad About You and Seinfeld collided. I think this one NBC just wanted to kind of brag how popular both of the two shows were, so they just randomly decided one day that Kramer will be Paul's tenant.
Try honest, this really frees you.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me about this.
It's great. I got some literature here. Yeah, it's on the terrace. I'll get it.
What terrace?
Well, it's not really a terrace. It's like a big hole in the wall.
From what?
The explosion.
So that's it for this edition of This Week in TV. Be sure to be on the lookout for some new news segments, including Modern Family News and One Tree Hill News starring Rachel. And check out our Facebook and Twitter pages if you haven't already.
We'll see you next week.